Hi there, and thanks for joining me. I am Tanya, and I'm the holistic health practitioner here at Critical Bench. And today in this video, I want to talk a little bit about ketosis and alcohol. All right, so ketosis and alcohol, what can I tell you? Well, I will start out by telling you this, that probably the number one question I get, whether it's from clients or people just reaching out to me for information, is wanting to know, now this is nutrition based, the number one question is people wanting to know that if they are on or thinking of going on a ketogenic diet, can they still drink alcohol? Well, the bottom line is alcohol does have carbs, okay, but that doesn't mean that you can't enjoy a drink. However, depending on if you're following a strict traditional ketogenic diet or you're doing more like a modified Atkins, you have to make the math work in order to get the results you want. So a ketogenic diet being focusing on consuming higher amounts of fats in order to stay in a state of ketosis, you have to monitor and watch and abide by those numbers to get those results. And again, whether it's a strict traditional keto diet or you're doing modified Atkins, whatever it is you choose, whatever it is you're going to follow or that you are following, you will have you'll have some parameters that you are wanting to stay within in terms of, the number of grams of proteins, carbs, and fats. And so can alcohol fit into those? Yes, it can. But how well it fits in or how much fits in depends on that. So, what are your options? Well, believe it or not, there are options. And one is, there are plenty of brands of low carb beers out there that you can look at and choose. It doesn't mean that you can go home and drink a whole case, and I wouldn't recommend that anyways, but it is an option. So you can check those out. There's some very, very low in carbs that will probably and more than likely you can fit a beer on a Saturday afternoon into your keto diet. Now, if you're somebody who is more the wine type of drinker, there are still options open to you. What you want to stick to, and again, you're going to have to do the math here because you know your numbers and what you're following, but if it's wines that you like, you do want to stick to dry reds and whites, okay? And you're going to have to figure out how many ounces you can have. So if you can have one glass, and that satisfies you in terms of feeling like you enjoyed a drink, then great. But if for you, if it's sort of that psychological connection and you want to be able to have more than one drink, then those might be two ounce drinks. I don't know for you. You've got to figure that out. But your options as far as wine type of alcohols would be anything that's like an unflavored champagne. Again, your dry reds and your dry whites, and those are going to be around within a range of 4 to 5 grams of net carbs. Okay, so that's keeping it pretty low. And if you can work that into your day, great. And you know what, you can. It just means you want to add those carbs in, so you might need to remove some carbs from a meal in that day. Okay, to allow yourself to have it. There is also a winery that I've heard, a brand that I've heard of that is quite keto friendly, and they are called Dry Farm Wines. So you might want to check them out because that's one of their claims, and apparently they make a darn good wine. So you might want to check that out as well. If you're more of a spirits person, the harder alcohols, anything and all of those that are unflavored and unsweetened are going to have 0 grams of net carbs. But that's just the alcohol component. If you start adding mix, so whether that's a juice or a pop or a tonic water, those will have carbs. So you're going to have to sit down and figure out, what do you want to drink? Do you want one drink or do you want 2 drinks? What are the net carbs that is going to cost you in your day, and how are you going to fit it in? Because it's possible. So it might take a little figuring out on your part. A few words of caution is that in my experience, people that I have coached who have chosen the ketogenic diet for lifestyle do claim that their tolerance to alcohol is quite low. I mean, because they're not just drinking a lot or consuming a lot of alcohol regularly. So their tolerance to alcohol is a little bit lower, which means they feel the buzz a little bit quicker. So keep that in mind. Always have a safe ride. It will also, if you want to include the alcohol and like you're doing it once a week or twice a week, you're making it fit however you make it fit. and your goal with keto is to lose weight, it's going to have an impact in terms of just slowing it down, okay? It's not going to prevent you from the weight loss, but consuming alcohol more regularly, even if it's fitting into those macros, will have a bit of an impact in slowing it down, okay? And if you still want some more information, or you're bound and determined to make it work because you do want to be able to go out on a Friday, Saturday night, or have some friends over and have a glass of wine, which you're obviously very much entitled to. There's all kinds of downloadable, cheat sheets on the internet that very, very clearly and very nicely lay out not just types of alcohols, but even down to the brands and just how much you're looking at in terms of net carbs, as well as mixed drinks. Like, if you mix it with a fruit juice or an unsweetened fruit juice or a tonic water or just plain water or soda water. There's a lot. If you just go on the internet and Google that, there's all kinds of information out there. You can print it off, stick it on your fridge so it's handy, and that'll help you out. So that's what I have to say about ketosis and alcohol. Hey, thanks for watching and thanks for joining me today. I hope this video helped, and I hope that it did answer some questions for you. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any more questions or comments, you know where to put them, down here, because I will read those and get back to you. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to our channel for thousands of great videos with fantastic content. Again, my name is Tanya. I'm the Holistic Health Practitioner here at Critical Bench. Thanks for watching. Have yourself a fantastic day.